Hey guys, welcome back to Trusted Technology. Today we'll talk about how a man is searching for $300 million Bitcoin hard drive for almost 10 years. Let's head into it. If things had gone just a bit differently, James Howells might today be as rich as the Queen of England. The decisive moment he now thinks occurred one evening in August 2013 when he was 28 and at home with his family in Newport, a small city on the Welsh coast. Howells and his partner Hafina were raising 3 children, and family trips, like the one they had taken to Disneyland Paris, were fun but exhausting, so he made plans to treat himself to what he calls a lad's vacation, a trip with friends to a resort in Cyprus. Howells, an engineer who helped maintain emergency response systems for various communities in Wales, often worked from home, and that night he decided to neaten up his office. As he recently recalled to me, the thought process was, I'm going to be drinking every day. I don't want to be on a hangover and cleaning this mess up when I get back. At around 10:30 p.m., Hafina peeked into Howells' office. She chatted with Howells as he chose which items to discard. I'm chucking this out, putting this back in. Bunch of cables, bunch of paperwork, broken mouse. In a cluttered desk drawer, he found 2 small hard drives. One he knew was blank. The other held files from an old Dell gaming laptop, including emails, music that he downloaded, and duplicates of family's photographs. He'd removed the drive a few years earlier, after he'd spilled lemonade on the computer's keyboard. Howells grabbed the unwanted hard drive and threw it into a black garbage bag. Later, when the couple slid into bed, who dropped off their kids at daycare each morning, if she would mind taking the trash to the dump also. He remembers her declining, saying, "It's your job." Howells conceded the point. As his head hit the pillow, he recalls, he made a mental note to remove the hard drive from the bag. "I'm a systems engineer," he said. "I've never thrown a hard drive in the bin. It's just a bad idea." The next day, Hafina got up early and took the garbage to the landfill after all. Howells remembers waking upon her return at around 9. Did you take the bag to the tip?" he asked. He told himself she chucked it, but he was still groggy, and he soon fell back asleep. In Cyprus, Howells didn't have as much fun as he had expected. His mates noticed that he wasn't drinking his share, and upon returning to Wales, he told me he was in a shit mood and couldn't figure out why. A couple of months later, Howells realized what was bothering him. He came across a BBC News story about a 29-year-old Norwegian man who had just used profits he'd made at a Bitcoin holder to put a down payment on a $400,000 apartment in Oslo. The first time he mined, Howells' computer was one of only 5 on the network. He told me, "I know this because when you're in a Bitcoin network, it tells you, on the bottom right, you are connected to X amount of nodes or machines." He mined at night off and on for a couple of months, but the mining took a lot of processing power, causing the laptop to overheat. The computer's whirring fan began to irritate Hafina, and he decided to stop. It wasn't worth putting up a fight, he remembers. The coins had no value at the time, and there was no reason to think they ever would. It was just mining for fun, he said. It was an experiment. The electricity required to keep his computer going had cost him about 10 pounds. Howells threw himself into other side projects. The son of a carpenter, he was handy. For his children, he turned the upstairs room into an elaborate replica of Minecraft the video game, which were then worth about $170,000. By the time Howells ended his mining project, he had accumulated 8,000 bitcoins, and in the fall of 2013, the stash was worth about $1.4 million. Howells' salary at his engineering job was a small fraction of that, and he sometimes had to get up at 3 a.m. and travel long distances to make repairs to a town's emergency response system. Panicked, he checked his desk drawer. In it, he found the empty hard drive, not the one with the Bitcoin folder. Now, he's offering to give his city $70 million if they let him search a landfill site for a discarded hard drive, which he claims has almost $350 million worth of Bitcoin stored on it. He hasn't given up yet, but it seems unlikely that he will find his lost Bitcoins. What do you think about this story? Let us know in the comment section. This brings us to the end of our video. I hope you enjoyed it. Hit like if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss any of our videos in the future. Also, watch the 2 videos that are on your screen because I'm sure you'll love them. With that, I'll see you in the next video.